Okay, now on this page we're asked to interpret some information given by a model, an equation, and then a graph. So it says here divorce rates are considerably higher for couples who marry in their teens. The line graphs show the percentages of marriages ending in divorce based on the wife's age at marriage. So the model D equals 4n plus 5 approximates the data in the graph when the wife is under 18. And then the model D equals 2.3 times n plus 1.5 approximates the data in the graph when the wife is over 25 at the time of marriage. So this, let's see here, I guess this blue curve is if the wife is 18 at the time of marriage, and you can see that the divorce rates are much higher. The red line is approximating the divorce rates when the wife is 25. And this is 5, 10, and 15 years after marriage, so it's kind of plotted there. So it says use the appropriate formula to determine the percentage of marriages ending in divorce after 10 years when the wife is over 25 at the time of the marriage. So the important information here is that we're looking for a formula, if you read the question, which means that we need to decide between the blue formula and the red formula. And because this is asking for the divorce rate 10 years after the marriage, if the wife is over 25 at the time of marriage, we want to use the red formula. So what we want to do is we want to take the divorce rate to be 2.3 times the number of years, n, plus 1.5. And here, n is 10 years after the marriage, or after they get married. So we're going to plug in 10 there. And the answer is going to be 23 plus 1.5, or 24.5%. So that's the divorce rate. 24.5% of the marriages are over within 10 years if the wife is 25 or over 25 at the time of marriage. Okay, now in part B it says use the appropriate line graph to determine the percentage of marriages ending in divorce after 10 years when the wife is over 25. So now it's asking us to figure out which line to use or which graph. And again, because this is asking for the graph when the wife is 25 at the time of marriage or over 25 at the time of marriage, we want to use the red graph. And we're looking at this and we're trying to figure out approximately what the divorce rate is. And so if you look at this red curve, and if you look at the year 10, that is corresponding to 25%, it looks like. So the estimation here would be that 25% of marriages end in divorce in this case, which is considerably better than the 50% if you are married at age 18. So to figure that out, all I did was I estimated this to be 25% because it was right between 30 and 20. And then part C says, does the value of the given by the mathematical model underestimate or overestimate the actual percentage of marriages ending in divorce after 10 years as shown by the graph? So if the graph is giving the actual number, then our model is underestimating by 0.5%. And again, to see that, we know that if the graph is giving the actual percentage, then the graph is giving us 25%, but the model, the equation, predicted 24.5. So this is model predicted 24.5%, and so the model is under the actual amount by half a percentage point. So that's how I got this. This number right here is 25% is the actual minus 24.5% gives me 0.5% is the error.